that. And then get into this. Please let me know if you have trouble hearing me, or if you're hearing too much of me, you know, just any of those standard streaming things. I'm gonna be drinking and also, eating pizza rolls while I do this, so let me know if you have trouble hearing me. I'm gonna be drinking and also... Let me mute my actual stream. Classic amateur mistake. Okay, let's get some Pathologic going. So just so I'm clear with my one follower, I'm doing this largely so that I can have a VOD, because I want to transcribe this whole game, but I don't want to do it as I play, because that's distracting as heck. And also, I'm doing this to keep me accountable, because sometimes I get bored while I'm playing this game and do other things, like play Dark Souls while I'm playing this game, so, you know, we're going to do this so that I can,
Allow me to remind you that an
actually keep
epidemic
track of what I'm up
unknown
to.
origin has already eradicated a few genuinely distinctive towns in the northern part of the country. The cause and circumstances of these tragic events remain uncertain. There is a lot that we cannot explain yet. It appears as though the plague has a mind of its own, as if it is driven by some irrepressible will. Why else has no one managed to fight it successfully? Why does it target the most precious aspects of our existence? The sand plague picks its victims fastidiously, and the same principle always draws it back to whoever tries to oppose it. Surprisingly, we've yet to hear a single word from the powers that be.
Let the game do what it does for the most part here. Fun game, so we're gonna let it just kind of be, I may provide some commentary. I've beaten the original version of this game before, but this is my first time playing this translation, so maybe I'll have some insight or can clarify some things, but hopefully this translation will be some measure of legible, and you won't have to have my commentary on it very much. But I think they also add like inventory space as a more important thing, so I don't know if you want to play the trumpet, you might want to carry the doll instead. Okay, let's hop into this. Rory, I'm sorry in advance for this play, because goddamn.
So, it's all about trickery to you? Wherever have you come from?
No. I detest trickery. But if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied. Where are we?
Well, the muscular contraction is there. Means you're already inside of him. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What a silly place. It's stuffed. So it's not real for now? I don't think it has started yet.
Does it matter what it's made of? It's definitely struggling. We need to perform Sectio Transversalis. Cut the wall. There's no other way out. What else is there to do?
I know what to do. Those who favor hard logic and direct action are bound to be misguided. Only a miracle can set us free without us having to destroy something. And I can do miracles. Just let me.
Will you please be quiet? You're a liar and a thief. Who is going to believe you when you keep lying to yourself? The truth is my shepherd. Whatever happens, I will find answers, and justice will be restored. I will perform the operation. Medica morbo adhibe.
Don't you go all bossy on me, clever clogs. You will act justly, but your justice will blind you and become his demise. This calls for the gentle hand of a surgeon. Step aside, both of you.
Your gentle hands are inevitably do harm. As for Brainy, he has no regard for casualties at all. Neither of you knows compassion.
Yes, it seems unlikely that we'll get along well, but there's only one truth.
Any choice is right as long as it's willed. That's the truth of the matter.
Only the heart will show you the right choice. Stop thinking about yourselves. Think of the sick. He's in pain. I can't see it yet, but I can feel it.
It's not even a trap. It's a grave. Subipsum funisumus. Can't say I hold a soft spot for it.
I can see that. You're full of hate. Stuffed or not, it's breathing. I can hear it. It can be healed rather than killed.
You mean you won't become a killer? But you will. Mark my word, that's exactly what will happen. But I can avoid it.
No, we won't ever get along. I suggest we be on our way. The sooner the better.
Off we go then?
Let's go. The clock is ticking.
So, I don't know if that scene's actually any more dramatic in the original translation. I think you lose... Clara gets a better voice actor, and Daniel gets a worse one, so I don't know what the net is there, except Clara's voice actor is so much better in the original that, eh. But also you can't hear it at all, so it loses a lot of the impact anyway there. At least this one's, audible. Alright. Let's look at our contestants. We have, oh. Okay, so we can't play Changeling yet. Changeling was Devotress in the original. I like that better, but, you know, that's me. We have Bachelor. The history of humanity witnessed a number of catastrophes that have demonstrated without a shadow of a doubt the pettiness of human achievement, the triumph of the invincible evil. Outbreaks of infectious diseases that have from time to time wiped towns and cities off the map are undoubtedly among those. However smart and virtuous, the people caught up in the destructive events have repeatedly come to the conclusion that it's no use trying to fight these circumstances. The best you can do is bite the bullet and cope with your losses. And this is the story of a person who has managed to work a miracle and defeat a seemingly unvanquishable foe. He's also my Twitch avatar. Haruspix, formerly Haruspicus. How did they call upon the Menku, the faithful of a warden kin? Known by their hands, for they are butchers. Known by their eyes, for they are surgeons. They who follow the lines. They who are the leaders of the kin. They who speak to They who speak to Udorgs. They who know the secret art of Haruspicy. What is a Haruspex? Reading the fortune in the entrails, he knows that the body bears semblance to the universe. His scalpel follows the lines of the body. His steps follow the lines of his kin's fortune. A Haruspex can tell a true line from the false one is entrusted with power. A Haruspex who is confused by his path gets buried deep in the black flesh of the earth. This is the story of a person who has avoided the contradiction, eager to rip a doomed life apart, masterfully fulfilling his true purpose in the process. I'm not even drunk yet. I'm not drunk enough for this. We're gonna go with Daniel. Danny boy.
Daniil Dankovsky, a Bachelor of Medicine, was brought here by circumstances most unfortunate. Dankovsky's life work, his theory challenging the existing notions of human mortality, is being harshly persecuted by the powers that be. Suddenly, a letter arrives from a colleague suggesting that there is previous undiscovered evidence which may support Dankovsky's claims. There is a settlement, the letter says, ruled by an extraordinary man who may well be seen as objective proof of Dankovsky's daring hypothesis. Grasping at straws of hope, Dankovsky decides to follow what he believes to be the sign of divine providence. Without further ado, he sets off for the settlement. Late at night, Bachelor arrives in the town. As he seeks room and board, he gets to know a girl called Eva Yan and stays at her place till dawn.
We perpetually mess up people's names, or even internally. Catherine and Katerina, just back and forth. So we'll see if it's consistent. The character was Eve and not Eva in the original. So, we'll see. in the original. I don't remember it at all, because it was the first one I played, and it was forever ago. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready to do this? I'm almost out of my first drink. This is embarrassing. I'll fix up at some point. Cool. So basically, our global mission as Daniel is to find Simon Kane, who's supposed to be real old, and figure out how to use him to solve death. Because if we do that, we can save our lab back in the capital. Hey, mitigated disaster. Yeah, take careful note of these instructions or I'll piss Simon the hell off. That's the plan. Oh, Chelsea, are you mitigated disaster? What a very, very good name. That's extremely good. Wow. So let's just see if I can sleep in this bed. If I can do that, I'm going to do that all day. Yeah, I totally can. Okay, cool. And, okay, Chelsea, we talked about this. We could absolutely use this dresser to put our stuff in. Neither of us just ever did it. So that's cool. So we got that going for us. The textures in this remake have just catapulted this game forward into the late 1990s, and I really appreciate it. Alright, let's talk to Eve.
What? I had a feeling you would come.
Chelsea, don't feel bad. I also missed the storage chest. Let's see here. Something slap. No. Snap loudly. Okay, what sounds are you talking about? I'm probably not going to read all the dialogue aloud because I want to ever get through this game and it's long enough as it is. I'm just going to ignore the fact that you're worried about something right now and change the subject. Daniel instead of Daniel. That's so interesting. Your ruler, Simon Kane. Yeah, excuse me, barely clothed lady. Please tell me about an old man who's very old, whose main quality is that he's very old. Even if he is a sorcerer. Pathologic does this wonderful thing where somebody says something and you're not sure if it's mistranslation, then your character asks to clarify, and it's really nice when it does that because 9 times out of 10 that doesn't happen and you're just confused about the translation. This is also the best dating sim ever. That's true. I would totally play Pathologic the dating sim. I would also play Pathologic the D&D campaign / might write it. Let's see here. Yeah, sorcerer. Is that what it's about? This is the most come onto Daniel is going to get this entire campaign, and it's by a person who barely knows him, so that tells you everything you need to know about Daniel. Yeah, laboratory's falling apart, that happens. Invisible Cat is absolutely the best. I'm so into that line. Yeah, death. We'll solve death. Challenging the forces of nature, because I'm a jerk. I can barely understand my own question. That's how smart I am. Go, Daniel. A whim of the will that had shaped this world. Where is the key to my victory? Canes live at the Crucible on Bridge Square. Piece of advice? Sure. 2 younger brothers. Georgie is the judge. Visit him first. He isn't asleep. He'll teach me how to speak with Simon. The youngest is Victor. His daughter Maria also